Hi guys, today is the 29th of March 2019 at 50 minutes past 4 in the afternoon over here in the UK. And after the report I brought yesterday with Israel attacking Iranian-backed fighters in Syria and killing seven of them, the airspace over the Golan Heights has been closed for flights over 5,000 feet. Now they usually do this if there's going to be some sort of aerial combat. So obviously over 5,000 feet is civilian aircraft, commercial aircraft will not be allowed to fly over the Golan Heights, which just leaves military vehicles, military jets and stuff like that to occupy that airspace. So there may be some confrontations coming up within the next couple of days. This no flight was issued on the 28th of March and is valid until the 31st of March 2019. Obviously that's significant for me because today and the 31st of March is high watch days, and I'm just looking out for any of these potential events unfolding. So in connection with that, I think that having the airspace closed, as I said, means that there's probably going to be some sort of aerial attack soon, and that may take place on the 31st. And I think this part of the IPEC Go 2 video may reference that we have 3 planes and we have 1 missile coming out of the 3 planes. So 31 is a possible reference there, and this could be a reference to the aerial attack that's going to take place. And that could mean that on the 31st or sometime around then, I don't want the sound, come on. So on the 31st or sometime around then, we could have this attack on a mosque or some place in Syria where they think that activities are taking place under the guise of a mosque, and it may be that that's what happens. Obviously, that particular scene is still valid for domes around the world, such as the Superdome, the O2 Arena, the London Olympic Stadium. So Ravensbourne University, so keep an eye on all of those. Obviously, intermingled in all of this is the submarine coming out of the ocean, which kind of suggests that the retaliation is coming from the submarine, which Iran have. They got their new submarine, which they launched just this year. And we've also got the face of a person here where the back of the head is kind of exploded, and I think that may be connected with Donald Trump. So that may all be connected with the 31st. We'll see. With this no-flight zone, and if there is an attack over the weekend, we'll possibly be able to connect it with this video. And then you've got Iran threatening Israel and the US over the Golan Heights recognition, and again, I think that may be connected with the IPEC Go 2 video, where we may have the retaliation. So if we have, for example, Israel attacking somewhere in Syria, and a response coming out from Iran, or it could even be a direct attack on Iran, though I don't think so. But either way, if it does happen on the 31st, and there is some kind of response from submarine, we then have another reference to 31 just over here in the clouds, and we have Osama bin Laden, who is representative of Iran and Pakistan. Obviously, we know Pakistan has issues with India, so it may be that there's confrontations between India and Pakistan over the weekend that's coming up. Again, you know, hopefully none of these things happen, but just bring you the translations. There may be a connection with the 31, 3 planes, 1 missile, 31 in the clouds over here. So keep an eye out on the 31st for any potential events between Iran, Israel, Syria, India and Pakistan. And then we've got North Korea. Reports are coming out that they're just about to finish the missile site reconstruction that they started last month after the failed summit between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. Again, I think with this whole missile site reconstruction, it may obviously be related to them launching another missile or a rocket of some kind. The rocket is referenced in this report. North Korea has almost completed rebuilding a long-range rocket site, which may be connected with this house rocket on the board here. We have the number 31 again, so looking at over the weekend for any sort of rocket launch. This may have happened already, although it's not connected to the number 31, where we had the rocket launch from Gaza associated with Hamas striking a house in Israel. So obviously, if you're looking at this as a rocket and a house, those two combined with the story that we had over the last couple of days with the confrontation between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. But again, it's not connected to the number 31, so I am still keeping an eye on the 31st for any potential rocket launches. Again, because we've got a lot of connections with the Middle East on the 31st, or with the number 31, it may be that this is also associated with the Middle East. So if that's the case, potentially looking out for this kind of launch from Iran. But obviously, my main thought is North Korea, because you know they've almost finished building their missile test site, and the talks collapsed, and all sorts of things have gone on. Excuse me. So keeping eyes on that. And then the last report, not really connected with the IPEC GOAT 2 video at the moment, is a nuclear warning of radioactive contamination from Fukushima in Japan drifting to America. So this is associated with the earthquake tsunami that happened in 2011 and affected the Daiichi nuclear plant over in Japan. They're saying that contamination from that, which entered into the soil and into the water and stuff like that, has now reached the United States, at least Alaska. So the radioactive material they found is cesium, which isn't the word we see in the boy's eyes in the IPEC GOAT 2 video. If I just go there very quickly so you know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. So just as the boy's eyes is opening, we see that word going across. Now if I was quick enough, I'd be able to show you that it's definitely not the word cesium. But cesium is only one of the radioactive materials that you can get from, obviously, a nuclear plant. Uranium, plutonium, these are the words I'm thinking, but I'm still a bit too slow. But when he's opening his eyes, you can make out the M, you can make out the U, you can make out the I, and then beyond that, you can just about make out the bottom half of the letter N. So it's more likely it's going to be uranium in that situation. So I'm looking out for stories associated with uranium, and it may be that later on, maybe in the next couple of days, associated with the cesium find, we also get reports of uranium being found as well. Either way, keeping my eyes open. Obviously, I find these reports significant, otherwise I wouldn't bring them to you. But the no-fly zone in Syria valid until the 31st. We have a possible reference to 31 with the 3 planes and the 1 plane and the 1 missile. Again, retaliation on the cards for Golan Heights and various other things. And it's possible that if there is an attack by Israel on the 31st, there could be a response from Iran. There could also be clashes between Pakistan and India on the 31st. And we also have North Korea about to finish their missile reconstruction, their missile site reconstruction, which may be connected with the rocket and the house that we see on the board earlier in this video. And that may be connected with a missile launch on the 31st. And that's it. So you guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you. Also 31 up here, so not just a rocket, but a missile. As I say, could be Iran, could be North Korea, could be both. You guys, again, have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. May the Heavenly Father bless you.